The history of information in computing. If you're watching this video, you're probably wondering how the whole idea of information and communication technology came up. Well then, in this video we're going to give you a summary of how the need to compute and share information gave birth to the innovations and inventions that we know today as information tech. Before the modern-day computer ever existed, humanity had already been manipulating, storing, and communicating information since the early Sumerians pioneered the written word in ancient Mesopotamia, circa 3000 BC. The abacus is the earliest known calculating tool, in use since 2400 BCE and still used in part of the world today. An abacus consists of rows of movable beads on a rod that represent numbers. But it wasn't until the 1800s that the idea of programming devices really came along. At this time the jacquard loom was developed, enabling looms to produce fabrics with intricate woven patterns. This system used punched cards that were fed into the loom to control weaving patterns. Computers well into the 20th century used the loom system of automatically issuing machine instructions. But electronic devices eventually replaced this method. In the 1820s, English mechanical engineer Charles Babbage, known as the father of the computer, invented the difference engine to aid in navigational calculations. This was regarded as the first mechanical computer device. Then in the 1830s, he released plans for his analytical engine which would have operated on a punch card system. Babbage's plans were expanded beyond simple math calculations by Ada Lovelace and was designed to a series of operational instructions for the machine which is now known as a computer program. The analytical engine would have been the world's first general-purpose computer. But it was never completed, and the instructions were never executed. Many of the data processing and execution capabilities of modern IT, such as conditional statements and loops, are derived from the early work of Jacquard, Babbage and Lovelace. So it is clear that we have them to thank for almost everything techie today. Other innovators like Herman Hollerith, an American inventor and statistician, also used punch cards to feed data to his census tabulating machine in the 1890s. This was an important precursor of the modern electronic computer. Hollerith started the tabulating machine company to manufacture these machines in 1911. It was renamed International Business Machines Corp. (IBM) in 1924. German engineer Konrad Zuse invented Z2, one of the world's earliest electromechanical relay computers, in 1940. It had very low operating speeds that would be unimaginable today. Later in the 1940s came Colossus computers, developed during World War II by British codebreakers. These computers intercepted and deciphered encrypted communications from German cipher machines, codenamed Tunny. Around the same time, British mathematician Alan Turing invented the bomb. This machine decrypted messages from the German Enigma machine. So, by now most of you are wondering how the sharing of information comes into play in this journey of the development of the tech we have all come to love. This journey begins with the invention of email in the 1970s, which revolutionized IT and communications. Email began as an experiment to see if two computers could exchange a message, but it evolved into a fast and easy way for humans to stay in touch. However, the most important invention to most people, the Internet, started with the ARPANET, a US government-funded network that was conceptualized as an intergalactic computer network by MIT scientists in the 1960s. The ARPANET grew into an interconnected network of networks from just 4 computers thanks to Sir Tim Berners-Lee, who introduced the World Wide Web, with the goal of making a faster and more efficient way for researchers around the world to share information around the world. In 1996, the Nokia 9000 communicator became the world's first Internet-enabled mobile device, beginning the heads-in cell phone generation. By this time, the world's first search engine and the first domain search engine were available. The first laptop computer was also already available by then. In the late 90s, search engine giant Google was established, and now it is the avenue most used to search for information on the Internet. Thanks for watching.